What's up YouTube, welcome back to MMOSWORLD. Today we're taking a first impressions look, your first step at Echo of Soul Online. This is a Korean MMORPG that used to be free to play in Korea under a different publisher, Area Games, between 2014 and 2015, and then things changed with management and everything, and now 2018 the game is now on Steam with a different payment model. This is now a buy to play MMORPG, so you're gonna have to pay some money for it, but it's an early access and it's also relatively cheaper than other B2P games out there, so I paid less than 10 bucks for this on Steam. So here we are in the server selection page. There's only one server at the moment called Lavina. Let's go ahead and connect to that server. Let's create a new character. Let's go through the tutorial and see what some of the graphics and gameplay looks like. Here we go. So graphics, I mean, there's been lots of comparisons with the announcement that Blue Potion, which is the current developers, haven't brought the game to Steam. The comparisons to other Korean games that have done this, come to Steam, changed their payment model from free-to-play to buy-to-play, games like Bless Online specifically, which got a lot of backlash and negative feedback. Echo of Soul could go down that same path as well, only that this game does have a previous reputation of being heavily paid to win with a lot of boosts and other items you can buy in the store. So it'll be interesting to see what they have removed from the buy-to-play version, because that's one of their goals. So, well, first things first, the graphics are a lot cuter, I suppose, in comparison to Bless Online. We have a couple of classes here. So, what was the first one? Paladin, and you can see the difficulty down there, Crusader and Protector. I guess those are kind of like your subclasses that you can swap to later on in the game. And now we have the Warrior. This is, I guess, your melee fighter. It looks to be gender locked, apparently. I mean, I don't know. We're gonna have to pick a class first and roll with it. What else do we have? We have the Guardian here. Next up is the Rogue. Animations look decent so far. And then we have the Sorceress. And the Warlock. 2-star difficulty, that's interesting. And finally, bring up the rare, is the Archer. This is a 1-star difficulty class. As usual, archers. So I'm just going to go through them real quick and see which one, in terms of animations, look really cool. Oh boy, I can't decide. Well, I guess we'll go with Archer for this one. We'll see what a 1-star difficulty class looks like for the Huntress. Bard, it's going to be a lot more difficult than that anyway. So let's go ahead and click Next. And here is the character creator screen. So I was right about that. It is gender lock. You cannot have a male version of the Archer. So it follows kind of like Terra and Black Desert Online, other Korean games that tends to gender lock their class and race combos. So we can try on different outfits for our elf here. I believe this is an elf. You do see that pointy ears. And these aren't armor sets and skins that you start with. You can just try on different costumes. Accessories like quivers as well, alright. And let's see, character's name is going to be MMOSWORLD as usual. You have a few different hairstyles here. I was kind of hoping we'll get sliders for our bodies. I think in 2018 sliders is the way to go for all MMOs. We have face options as well. Yep, that looks good. Eyes, you can change pretty much everything. You can have some weird cat eyes and whatever. Tattoos if you want to. And sliders, excellent. You can make them bigger or smaller. That's kind of disappointing because it's at body size, but this is just height, so you can't really mess around with the weight or add depth to your arms or legs, or, you know, for all you immature kids out there, butts maybe. And head, what about head? Is that size as well? Yeah, it's size. I'm gonna leave that at the default, and let's just jump into the world. I am ready to go. Let's check the name. Name is available, and only by confirming that the name is available can you finish the creation process. So let's go ahead and enter the game world.
In the beginning, gods and giants, bound by blood and hate, fought one another for supremacy. In the end, the giants succumbed to the gods, and the world was soiled with their blood. Threat threatening to corrupt the World Tree, source of all creation. Only by fusing her spirit with the World Tree could the goddess Frigg prevent the unthinkable from happening. Despite her sacrifice, an evil force followed on the giant's trail, determined to destroy all life. You, Soul Keeper, have been chosen by the gods. Only you can stop this evil. Are you ready to meet your destiny?
Alright, so we just watched a little cutscene there introducing the player to the story and the setting of Echo of Soul Online. And so far, you gotta say it's a generic story. So World Tree comes under attack from gods and ancient giants, and now there's a new threat that's kind of following the giants' footsteps to kill everybody, and you are the only savior in the world. Typical MMORPG story. Nothing awe-inspiring there. So what do we have here? Attendance event for new characters. This is for new characters that log in today. You can start claiming items. Oh, good to see that it is a inventory extension, so 12 bag slots are in here for the first day, and so on and so forth. And the last item is a remote merchant that lets you summon a merchant. So pretty good stuff that you can get for free by simply playing the game. I like that. I like games that have in-game login checks and all that stuff. So first things first, let's go ahead and check out movement here. WASD to move, and holding down your right mouse button obviously moves the camera, space to jump. F is your interaction key, and F12 to mount. Do we have a mount right now?
Unlocked a new achievement.
We actually do. Training weasels. So you already have a mount starting out, so you don't have to do any sort of quest or anything to get mounts. So that's rather interesting, I have to say. Other than that, let's take a look at the UI for a second. You have damage meters at the bottom right. That's interesting. Other games don't give you that option. You have to download plugins and add-ons. Left side, you have the chat. This is the chat box. It's rather large. I'd like to see that be customizable a little bit. Apparently I can move it now. Yep, I can move it. Let's move it down. At the bottom left, attack power. And that is your hotbar. You have your health bar, and I assume this is going to be something like your mana or strength or whatever you want to call that. Potions as well, and there's a pause button there, so I assume there's going to be an auto consume system here where at a certain health percentage threshold the game will automatically use potions for you. Yep, there you go. That's how some of these things work. Soul level 1. Now this is interesting. I'm not sure what these does, but you have 4 different souls here, and I guess we'll learn more. Alright, top right corner, we have the minimap. We are in Brea town right now. I wonder if picking another class race will put you in a different spot. This is the map of Aurora, and that is the continent of Nicaea. It's a level 1 to 16 area that we're in right now. It looks pretty large, which is nice. And can we check out the world map? Karath is another map. Oh, there we go. So this is the world map. So we have 2 continents, 3 different continents here, and it looks like a lot of content to go through. Let's go ahead and pick up our first quest, shall we? Let's talk to Soul Keeper Lavina. At the cinematic screen, we did get some voiceovers, which was nice, but quests are unfortunately not voiced. So you there, we need your help. So let's see. Darklith troops have taken Brea by force. What is the first quest? I heard Motrolls were plotting something with goblins in secret, so we have to do something to stop them. So go to Delos, the chief guard in Bretown, and help him stop the goblins. That's going to be your first quest here in Echo of Soul. So the quest log does show you an arrow where you can go to your objective, so it's pretty new player friendly, I gotta say. The fact that you do get a mount right off the bat.
Could you help me?
So let's see, if we don't take out the leader, these goons will just keep coming back. It's like an endless nightmare. But what are we doing here? Okay, we can never allow goblins to take this village. So the objective is... oh, leveled up. I am now level 2. Okay, kill goblin trooper ×2 and kill a mage trainee ×2. Okay, and I'll get a brand new bow for that. Let's jump into some combat now, shall we? So here, just like games like Blast Online and BDO, you can already see... let me just get rid of this tutorial real quick. We can already see that these are objectives, so I'm going to get off my mount, and... well, F12 doesn't really... there we go. Some delay there. let's hit the first button here, which is attack. This is, I suppose, your auto attack, and then you have your individual class skill. So let's start off with 1. Wham! Can I cast and move? No. The archer can't really cast and move. It does appear that combos could be a thing, because I do see the abilities on my hotbar lighting up somewhat.
Unlocked a new achievement.
New achievement unlocked, and soul sighting. Acquired your first chaos soul has also been complete. So let's see. There it is. Acquired your first chaos soul, and down here there's a new pop-up. You leveled up. New reward info available. So for leveling up, we have more stats. Obviously, I don't think we can individually set points to abilities like other MMORPGs can. And then there's going to be rewards here. Adventurer supply box, which gives me a green tiger and a 12-slot bag. So let me just open my bags real quick. Decent amount of starting bags at the moment, but you can equip more bags to enhance that. Again, it's nice that they're giving this to you for free. Let's go ahead and kill all that we need to kill. What's F1? F1 is roll, so this is how we're going to get out of tricky situations. What is F2? Resurrection. So it seems that if you come across another player... Wait, is it us or is it another player? Right, so if you come across another player that's downed in the world, you can help them up. So it's kind of like Guild Wars 2, where you can revive them. Hitting F on a corpse is going to let you loot. So there we go. Do we have? No. So you will get, unfortunately, loot that is not meant for your class, as most MMOs do. Is this part of that? I have done troopers, now I need mage. So here's a mage right in front of us. Let's go ahead and kill that mage. This is a tap targeting game, so it's almost a traditional theme park MMORPG. Unlike more modern Korean MMORPGs that is all about action combat, you know, the flashy action combat. Just think of Black Desert Online. I guess that is sort of the benchmark in terms of what Korean MMORPGs these days kind of aspire to be. But let's not rule out some of these classic tap targeting ones, games like Echo of Soul, for example, that is still around and still wants to try and make it successful in 2018 and beyond. Right, mage is down. Another interesting I'm noting here is that my health regenerates outside of combat, so it's not like one of those games where, let's take for example Aeon, where you have to use bandages outside of combat to regain your health. In terms of depth of field view and all that stuff, this is the furthest I can zoom out to, and the graphics around here definitely looks like you know, it did not receive an upgrade, so it's still using the old game models and textures. Let's turn this quest in, shall we? Thanks to you, the defense of Brea Town is finally catching a break. Also, we were able to get in contact with Nymph Iona. That's a nice name. From the Crystal Forest with your help. So this is the new bow. And we have now leveled up to level 3. Okay, let's see. One of the most important missions is to protect the peace of the Crystal Forest. You need to go to Iona and help her. So the early tutorial is very standard, like other MMORPG tutorials, helping a town that you just spawned in or whatever. We're going to have some new rewards here as well. And a new dungeon will be opened at level 10. So yeah, PvE is in the game in the form of dungeons. Let's go ahead and equip the new bow. Yeah, nice. Let's go and open up all these other stuff too. This is the 12-slot bag, right-clicking it. So that's a new achievement, just making room for myself. This is a Black Martin event, automatically used for 3 days. Doesn't tell you what it does though. Summon a Black Martin. I suppose that's like a pet or something. Let's go ahead and click that and see what that is. Yep, it's a pet. Let's call it MMO Mini.
You got a pet.
Yep, I got a pet. Let's drag that to the hotbar there. So it's F11 now. And there is the Black Martin Mini. Is that a raccoon? Oh, that is rather cute. Other games that I know of that has a decent pet system for Korean MMORPG I can think of, not Black Desert, Blast Online does have something cool like that. Opening this up is a new training vest, which has better stats in terms of defense and max HP and piercing and attack power as well. And set bonuses, very early on, set bonuses, I like that. Let's equip this and you can directly see the changes to your character, so I do like that. So cosmetics and pet systems here seems to be pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and move on. The new quest is... oh, this is something else. This is an event. Let's see. It is only acceptable for players who reach level 1 to 10. What do I have to do? First of all, I would like you to have experience of level 10 when I'm gonna key in an eye on you. So that's a little typo there. I was gonna bring that up next. Okay, so at level 10 I'll get the next reward, right? Cool. So let's talk about translation and stuff while we move on to Nymph Iona. A lot of Korean MMORPGs, when they come to a global market like Steam, translations and localizations are always going to be an issue. So sometimes quest text could be wrong, there's error in the spelling and all that stuff. Blast Online was the worst of this. They had really poor localization and translations, whereas games like Black Desert Online with bigger budgets and better publishers obviously mitigated this issue. So far I have not noticed anything. Even the voice acting here in the game, Echo of Soul, has been rather good, and I'm quite surprised by that. I've only spotted that one error earlier on, but other than that, no big issue, which is good news for those of you that care about this kind of thing. If you don't care and you're all into the combat and the dungeons, the endgame rating, which is supposedly hardcore here in Echo of Soul, alongside the PvP, then this is not going to be an issue for you, really. It's just the pay-to-win element stat is worrying a lot of players, and before we end the video, we'll definitely check out the store. Here is Nymph Iona. Let's see what her quest is. Fixing the forest. First of all, let's go ahead and grab that potion. I'm almost level 4 now. Please go look for the Crystal Forest Keeper Abel, who's hiding from Nagas. Okay, let's go save Abel from Nagas. Here's a Naga combatant. We can also kill 4 Nagas, that is the objective. This is an elite Naga. Definitely doesn't feel like an elite creature. Dead. Any loot? No loot. I guess if the body is shining, then yeah, there's gonna be loot. Go ahead and take out another Naga combatant. I'm not a big fan of the UI nameplates for enemies and players. I would like to be able to customize that, so I wonder if plugins and mods are going to be a thing. Let's see how far our combat range is for archers. This seems to be the ideal optimum distance, so let's go ahead and start combat here. Gotta say, for ranged, it does feel a little fluid for me. I kind of like it. It's not too slow, and it's not all that actiony, as we already talked about. And when you're playing a ranged character, sometimes you give up a lot of mobility. Whereas compared to playing a melee character, you have more control over movement and combat, which makes the game give you that sort of illusion that it is a more fluid combat system. But by playing a ranged character, you can actually see through all that and make a better judgment on whether or not the combat feels fun and fast for you. Especially true with sorcerers and mage and casting classes. So here is Abel. Oh, hang on, leveled up again, right? So this time I'm going to be getting well, just the shipment box, so probably some gear in there. Let's go ahead and claim that now. Opening it up, and we have a skirt of some sort. Oh, right, so now I'm full goth. I'm a full goth character. Okay, let's go talk to Abel. I gotta say, chat so far incredibly empty. I don't see like any other players talking in chat. Maybe it's just because I am in sort of the tutorial area, world map, achievements, guild battle allowed. So guild battles can actually take place here. So we do know that PvP later on is going to be a thing. Water textures look weird. Like I'm standing in it now, and it's kind of giving me a headache. So I'm not a big fan of how water textures look here. But land and everything seems okay, even though it's just 2D painted moss, even on rocks. You can definitely tell the game's dated and it hasn't aged well. Okay, let's see. Ah, you've been sent by Iona. I'm glad to hear that Iona's okay. Great. What is new here? Nagas are stopping us from sending the energy of the Crystal Force. The elements must have gotten weak. So what are we doing? Drive out the Nabis Royal Guards and Naga Scouts. And please find the Earth Spirit Vasil. Okay. So it's just a very theme park experience at the moment, just to drive you from point A to point B. Standard fare, to be honest. I've been picking up health potions, but I've had like no reason to use them at the moment. That was a pretty quick kill. As far as enemy levels are going, enemy levels are still level 2, so I'm already making my way to like level 5 now in the early starter areas. Enemies doesn't seem to get more powerful the further you go in. So we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, it's not going to have like scaling like a lot of the AAA MMOs out there does have. It scales to the player character, or the map scales with you, which is kind of a modern tech thing. Anyway, the person I need to find is quite far away, so let me get on my cool little free bunny mount thingy, which is considerably faster, and let's head on over to this temple looking thing. I do like the setting though. Setting environments looks pretty decent for a Korean MMO. I can't ask for anything more or less really. So let's go ahead and talk to Vasil. What do we have here? Okay, couldn't send anything to the Alphaline altar. The power of the Guardian Stone must have gotten weak by now. I'm sure that is what the Nagas wanted, and I already have that, right? So let's go and complete that. And I've now hit level 5. So we have a quest here, Blue Altar Crisis, just killing spirits around here. But this is going to give me some more stuff, more Chaos Souls. So let's see, let's read what this is. A Chaos Soul can become one of 4 types of Purified Soul. Soul Purification requires 2 Chaos Souls, but with Co-op Purification, only 1 Chaos Soul is required. Okay, so, and then we got boots as well, so we will pick it up. And more rewards as usual. Let's claim this bonus. This could get really tedious if you have to do that all the time. Some headgear, let's put that on. Well, I believe headgear is hidden by default, but if I open up my character sheet, which I'm guessing is C, no? H, there we go. Now H is group finder. This is dungeon settings. And it looks like a good opportunity to see what type of dungeons we have. Nice, there's a lot of dungeons. There's a decent amount of dungeons. Let's see, this is random dungeons and PvP. We have random battlefield, test of survival. Interesting, but only level 70 players can enter, so it's going to take me a while to get there. There's leaderboards as well, arena records, but nothing here. Let's see, how do I open up my character sheet here? Character P is the hotkey, and yeah, all your stats are going to be here alongside your AP, which is going to be how you decide if you're strong enough to do some of the content. Avatar info, I guess this is going to be your cosmetics. This is where you slot them in. Cool. Alright, let's just finish up killing what we need to kill here for the quest. Dead. That was fast. Level 4 corrupted water. Oh yeah, now it's feeling much faster because of the gap in oh, hang on, pet help. This is interesting. What's pet help? Well, I did click on it, but nothing happens. I wonder if pets will pick up inventory items the way Black Desert Online's pets does. So pets there does have a useful feature. Yeah, it seems like my pets are actually picking up the loot dropped by the enemies. So that is a feature from BDO. I wouldn't say who copy who, because it's a common thing to do, especially when you've got pets, which makes it more enticing to buy them in the cash store. So I like that. I do like that. So it's not just for cosmetics now. Pets do have a role to play. Alright, let's get back on our horse and head back into town. I believe I'm about to hit my 30-minute bubble here, so we'll go into town and we'll check the in-game cash store. Let's look for some pay-to-win items and see what's there. I'm finding it a little jarring that there aren't... Oh, okay, so here are some other players. I was wondering, why am I alone? So we got Rectus here, some other new players. Right-clicking on them, you can see their equipment, invite to party, blog, dual trade, co-op purification. That sounds interesting. Co-op purification. All right, let's turn this in and check in on the store. Awesome. Let's see. Now we're clear on what goblins and nagas are after. Let's go ahead and turn this in for some boots. And done. So Purify My Soul is the next one. You've performed wonderfully fetching these Chaos Souls. It's time to teach you how to purify them. Souls can only be purified by filtering the good, clean energy of your own soul through the turbulent vacuity of the Chaos Soul. First, you will need to open your soul satchel using the V key. One purified soul requires 2 Chaos... Okay, so this seems like one of the progression mechanics. I'm just going to show this off before we end here. Let's hit V. So this is the soul satchel, right? Okay, I've got 23 souls here, and I need to purify them into one of these things. So let's see, once you've selected the amount to purify, the process begins. There are 4 types of purified souls: hope, innocence, courage, and peace. The type your chaos souls will merge into is selected at random. Okay, so I don't get to choose, it is random. Remember, however, that you must be near a soul sanctum to purify souls. Okay, let's go ahead and hit accept. So I suppose this is a soul sanctum, this blue light here, so I'm gonna click purify. Okay, I'm just way above my head here. Let's go ahead and click Purify and see what happens. Oh, preparing game to guide now. Well, nothing's happening, so let's go ahead and Purify.
Unlock a new achievement.
And I've got Hope, Courage, Peace, and Innocence. So the thing is, I'm not sure what these souls do. Do they make you more powerful? Do they change your stats? Because it's not really explained properly, unfortunately, from this soul keeper here. So let's read on a little bit more. Use this power to continue purifying souls in every soul sanctum. Not only will this help you restore the world, it will provide you with beneficial social power to aid you in your quest. How, lady? How? That's what I want to know. How does that help? Ay, caramba. Alright, anyway, talk to Gund. What is this all about? Okay, we're now going to continue the quest here. So this is where, unfortunately, I'm going to have to stop the quest. And before we go, let's go ahead and check out the in-game cash store, if we can do it from here. There we go. Cash shop is right here. So one of the things about Echo of Soul, the Steam version, it aims to make the game pay to play instead of pay to win. So under the item shop, let's see. Special package 1. This one has a gem bundle. Premium Plus, I guess there is a premium package that kind of acts like a sort of like an optional subscription, I suppose. Under special, magic lamp. What does this do? Contains rare items such as buffs. EOS package. First of all, a good thing that I don't see gear in the store. That's always a good sign. You can buy bags though. I mean, I've seen them give away free inventory expansions for free, so I don't really see the need to buy any of these. Beauty shop ticket for changing the appearance of your character. Name shop ticket. What else? Mounts and pets. Pet box. You can get one of these things for 30 days. So you're not exactly... Some of these you're getting them temporarily for a month, which kind of sucks. If I pay for something, I want it permanently. I don't want to rent it. That's one of the things I hate about Korean MMOs, really. But new and hot is the bare bones. There's nothing in the shop, you guys. Gift tab, event tab, history. I want to see what the optional subscription looks like, but it doesn't seem like I can get it from here. Premium Plus 30 days. That's what it says in the following, but I don't see a Premium Plus anywhere. Soul Gem is the store currency from the looks of things. And that is the price. $9 for 10,000 soul gems, which I'm still shaking my head at. I have no idea what soul gems do. But otherwise, so far here, I don't see anything that's pay to win. That could change later on though, so who knows. Anyway, that's it for my first impressions, your first steps in Echo of Soul. If you want to check it out, it is on Steam right now. It's not free to play, it's a buy to play game. And the Blue Potion is the publisher, so go check it out on Steam, Echo of Soul, if you want to give this game a try. So hit the like button for more videos like this and subscribe to MMOSWORLD. You can also check out our website at MMOSWORLD.com. As ever, I'm Adrian from MMOSWORLD, signing out.